Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Pretty cool string art, and I think I can do a little better. I don't know if I matched it up perfectly, and I'm going to actually blend it more. So what I'm going to do is take the polygon tool, set on three-sided, and I'm going to make a pretty skinny polygon. And then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I just think it'd be easier to work like that. It doesn't really matter how thick it is. Now, I've got to go up to object and convert it to a curve. Then I can take my shape tool and select all the nodes. Well, first of all, I'm going to take away these nodes. And I'm going to select all the nodes, and I'm going to right click and break it apart. By doing that, I can cut this line out. Now, this is still it's even though it's broken apart, you've got to go to object and break the curve apart. And then you have these two lines. I'm just going to take the second line out of the way. I could have just made an angle, but I wanted to make sure it was going to fit. So now I'm going to take a 2-point line that's real little, just a little bitty line. I'm going to go ahead and make it black for a second. I'm going to go ahead and place it right there on that tip. I'm actually going to rotate it just a hair to kind of get it, perpendicular to the other one. Now I'm going to select it. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard, and I'm going to put the other one right there. Now, I can't select the whole thing, but I can shift select the two black marks. So you can see I've got two objects. I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. I've already got my blend docker open. Last time I did 22, I'm going to do 32 this time. Be a little bit more time consuming, but I think it's going to look better. Now I'm going to go up to Object, break the blend apart, and then I'm going to go group it. I'm going to make everything black. I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to mirror it the other way. Now, they're not touching because of the fact that there's a little bitty line, but I can take that right there and have them touch. And now what I do, since I draw in red, it'll be a little easier. I'm going to go ahead and go, you know what, I'm not sure I did. I want to make sure I have grouped this together so I can get rid of it. Last time, I don't think I put a line the whole way. I'm going to get rid of my blend box, and I'm going to go from there to there. Then on the second one, I'm going to go from there to the second one. Now, it's getting a little bit hard to see, but you can see that little dot where you did the last one. So I'm going to put it, and make sure you get it on the node or the center. It'll say either one. And if you make a mistake, we can always go back. See, I can't tell which one I'm on, but I can see that little bitty dot. And I'm on the intersection. And to me, this is the easiest direction to go. Because if you go the other way, you're having to look for that dot. I think the more times you blend it, the better it's going to look. Or, the more little dots the more lines you're going to put. Yeah, I couldn't do that if that line wasn't already still marked. So the last line you marked or you made is going to be highlighted. There it is right there. So now I'm going to go and you can start seeing the corner, the radius coming as we go around this turn. And I could have even gone more, but I didn't want to waste your time with the video. Because see, these are getting pretty far apart, but they'll kind of close up here in a second when we go the other direction. And because I've marked or grouped the black lines together, in just a second here, I'm going to be able to delete them, and I'm just going to have the red lines. See how these open spots are being filled up now, so it looks a lot better. And there's actually a way, I think he even did it in the video, that I actually blended the lines, but I just wanted to see how this was going to look. It would be a lot smarter just to blend the lines, and I might even make a second video on that again, because that was pretty cool. See, just make sure you get on that center, then that next to last one, and then the last one. Now, because I have it grouped together, I can just select that black line and nudge it out of the way. That's going to look a lot better. I'm going to Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and then I'm going to mirror it. And you could do this by measurement, but I'm going to take that with a 4-sided cross. This is going to look a lot better. See, that even worked by Control D and then mirroring it. Much faster. I'm just Control D'ing, so it's moving at the same amount. That looks pretty cool. Now let's make them all yellow and bring in a black box effect. Look at that. See, on my original one, I had this gap because I didn't really have anything to snap to at the very end. That's pretty impressive. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.